The attacking players are usually the headline kings in the beautiful game of football. But just as important as scoring goals is saving them. Imagine a game where Lionel Messi dribbles past your defence and gets clean on goal. All that's standing between him and another record-breaking goal is the goalkeeper. Who would you choose to stop the legendary Lionel Messi with a mind-boggling save? Before you answer the question, join us today as we lay aside the shots, goals and flair for ultra instincts, super saves and superhuman dives to take a look at the 10 best goalkeepers of the 21st century, that is, from 2001 downwards. Gianluigi Buffon just laid down the gloves to retire from an illustrious career at the age of 45. Yep, you heard that right. Buffon was nicknamed Superman because of his ridiculous save to deny Ronaldo de Lima from the penalty spot. Buffon won 11 league titles during his legendary career, including one with PSG. He spent most of his career between Italy and France and won 176 caps for the Italian national team, including appearances in 5 different World Cups, a testament to his insane longevity. He was also part of Italy's World Cup winning team in 2006. His performance in that tournament was simply superb. Buffon only conceded 2 goals and kept 5 clean sheets in that entire tournament. Buffon was ahead of his time. He closed down strikers with fierce confidence and barked orders at his defence. We take this for granted in 2023, with the adoption of sweeper keepers that command their box. But from 2001 to 2010, it was a pretty big deal. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Buffon kept a ridiculous 501 clean sheets with a save percentage of 63.16%. Many see him as the goalkeeping GOAT, and at his peak, Gigi didn't have any weaknesses. Another shot stopper who was beyond incredible at his peak is Iker Casillas. For many years, Iker Casillas and Gianluigi Buffon were symbols of goalkeeping excellence. While Buffon was a sign of Italy's goalkeeping supremacy, Casillas held it down for Spain and became Real Madrid's #1 as a teenager. That's just insane. Casillas did not quite have the ball-to-feet elegance of many players on the list. He is arguably the best at shot stopping. He was quick to come off his line and agile to dive almost twice his height. The Spaniard regularly delivered saves that look almost impossible to make. Casillas won it all: 6 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues, the World Cup and the European Championship. The Harry Kanes of this world would do anything for Casillas' legacy. And to add this there, no other goalkeeper has kept more Champions League clean sheets than the king himself. Manuel Neuer has won virtually everything there is to win. He's lifted the Champions League, the World Cup, and he's won the Bundesliga title every season since he joined Bayern Munich. What sets Manuel Neuer apart from the players on this list is not merely his immense trophy collection alone. It's the fact that he's literally revolutionised his position thanks to his midfielder-esque ability with the ball at his feet. Manuel Neuer obviously did not start the sweeper keeper thingy, but he took it to a whole new level. From finding himself in midfield to giving Pep Guardiola a wee bit collection of nervy moments, Manuel Neuer walked so the Edersons and Onanas could run. The German giant also excels at stopping shots, claiming crosses, and majestically commanding his box. He is everything a modern goalkeeper should be, and then some more. Before Neuer for Germany and Bayern Munich was Der Titan Oliver Kahn. For most of the 1990s and 2000s, it was impossible to consider German excellence without Kahn in the picture. The blonde-haired savage played over 600 games for Bayern Munich, winning 16 trophies along the way. At international level, Kahn won Euro 96 and single-handedly carried Germany to the 2002 World Cup final, putting up arguably the best ever goalkeeper performance in a World Cup game against South Korea, and he was voted player of the tournament. They say you need to be feisty to be a good goalkeeper, and Kahn had his fair share of feisty moments. He had no problem handing his defenders the iron treatment, and was never shy of intimidating his opponents to mental oblivion. Eden Hazard is usually seen as the signing that made Chelsea an English force once again, and that's fair to say. But Petr Cech's impact is just as important before all that was just as big. Claudio Ranieri brought the goalkeeper to the club in 2004 for €7 million. By the time he left, he'd won 4 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 1 UEFA Champions League title, and 1 UEFA Europa League title, putting a stamp on his era-defining performance in goal with over 200 clean sheets. Between December 12th and March 5th, 2004, Petr Cech did not concede a single goal, and throughout that season, he conceded just 15. Big Pete was also a strong leader in the dressing room. His die-hard mentality and serious demeanour made him an ideal fit for the new Chelsea revolution under Roman Abramovich. He is still widely regarded as the greatest goalkeeper in Chelsea's history. You know how the goalkeeper drought goes. The club gets a great goalkeeper who stays with them for decades, and when he retires, they scramble to get the next best thing, running through heaps of misses in the process. Manchester United struggled to replace Peter Schmeichel when he left for Manchester City. Fabian Barthez, Massimo Taibi and Mark Bosnich all felt the wrath of Mancunians from Schmeichel's shocking move to Manchester City. Then in 2005, United signed Edwin van der Sar. Finally, a world-class goalkeeper. Van der Sar was exceptional with the ball at his feet and was just as gracious with his hands. Van der Sar started his career at Ajax as part of Van Gaal's Champions League winning side and then won the Champions League title with United 13 years later. Neuer is the ultimate ball-playing keeper. Casillas the one with outrageous saves, while Van der Sar was the king of positioning. Alex Ferguson, a man of pretty high standards, set Van der Sar as a supreme example of anyone who wants to be a goalkeeper. Possibly the most contentious inclusion in our list, there are a couple of players who could dislodge David De Gea once they've played a good number of games. But for now, De Gea deserves all the plaudits he's getting. De Gea gets a bit of a drumming these days, especially because of his uncanny handling of the ball at his feet. But if we isolate the flashy passes for a bit and focus on just keeping the ball out of the net, you know, like in the old times, De Gea was better than any other goalkeeper for more than 4 seasons in the 2010s. No goalkeeper has made more PFA Team of the Season appearances than David De Gea, and no Manchester United player even comes close to his number of Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year award wins. The best goalkeeper from 2012 to 2018 at saving the ball from point-blank range, De Gea probably won Manchester United tens of points each season. Had his confidence not taken a hit from 2018 upward, he would have threatened some of the greatest goalkeepers we've ever seen. All the recency bias aside, he was actually that good. Julio Cesar is another name you probably weren't expecting to hear on this list. He was a darn good shot stopper in his prime. Good enough to make this list, in fact. Cesar made over 420 appearances for 5 different clubs in Italy, Portugal, England, and even the United States at some point. The boy from Rio spent most of his time in Inter Milan, where he won the Serie A title in each of his first 5 seasons, won the treble with Jose Mourinho, and was named UEFA Goalkeeper of the Year in 2010. He was also successful at international level, earning 87 caps for the Selecao. Like many goalkeepers on the list, Julio Cesar had impeccable shot-stopping ability, was never scared to have the ball at his feet, and had a beautiful reading of the game. Julio Cesar may not be as famous as the stars of the Milan side to win the treble, but he was just as important to the imposing success of Inter Milan in the 2010s. Victor Valdés was the man behind the sticks in arguably one of the greatest football sides of all time. Barcelona 2008 to 2012, that is. Embracing the sweeper-keeper role to the fullest, Valdés won 6 La Liga titles, 3 Champions Leagues, and was part of the Spain squads that won both the European Championships in 2012 and the World Cup in 2010, although he played a minor role in both international triumphs. He may not necessarily make all the jaw-dropping saves you wish to see from the best goalkeepers, but he was really consistent at what he did. With his intelligent reading of the game and smart shot-stopping, Valdés was a truly elite goalkeeper with a trophy-laden career. The final player on our list is one of the most fan-friendly and calming goalkeepers, Alisson Becker. Now this one has some recency bias attached to it, but it's rather an indication of Alisson's ability ceiling. Known as O Goleiro Gato, Alisson had a knack for making amazing saves with cat-like agility, hence the name, cat goalie. Now if shot-stopping is all he's good at, that's pretty good for any goalkeeper. But Alisson was also pretty delightful with the ball at his feet, so good that he's effectively kept Ederson on the bench with the Selecao. Excelling as a requisite for most goalkeepers today kind of sets him up for a higher up place in the goalkeepers list in the near future. For now though, he's doing pretty good for himself. He's won the Champions League and Premier League title during his time at Liverpool so far, keeping 78 clean sheets in the process. Who else would you add to our list of elite goalkeepers? Where do you think enigmatic Levi Yasmin would rank in our list of great goalkeepers? Let us know in the comments section down below. While you do that, if you're interested in Premier League conspiracy failures, check out the greatest players to never win the Premier League in this video. If you want to know why you should never fall in love with a lone player, click here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon so you get the first ring once we have a new video. As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.